Sanders, and I'm from Team Fish Finders. Tommy Pearson's off again today, so as you guys just got me. All right, how you guys this week? Hope it went great. Mine went great. That's pretty what I can say to Tommy if he's here. How's your week, Tommy? I don't know. Just having yourself today. Okay. Well, that's fine. So, well, I got a joke today. You guys are intrigued. I got 3 jokes today. 3 corny jokes. So, let me give you a second to pull it up. All right. So, here you go. What kind of music should you listen to while fishing? Something catchy. All right. All right, here's one. 2 guys are talking about fishing. One says to the other, "I am never going to take my wife fishing with me ever again." And he goes, "That's bad, huh?" His friend responded, "Did she do everything wrong?" And his friend says again, "She talked too much, made the boat rock constantly, tried to stand up in the boat, baited the wrong hook the wrong way, used the wrong lures, and worst of all, she caught more fish than me." All right. One more, that's it. Okay. How do you get from place to place while playing golf? Buy a golf cart. Golf cart. Okay, I'm done. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. James is corny. Our guest on the show today is Jake Dowling. He's from that Big Carp Tackle. He lives in Oklahoma, but he's from Texas. Am I right there, Jake?
Yeah.
How you doing, Jake?
Just tired. Trying to make me work with all these divvy checks.
Man, I tell you, you're a busy man. Wow. You know, between working at Big Carp Tackle and getting all these orders together. I mean, I watched your guys' little show, you know, happy hour this evening, and I'm just hearing a bunch of tape wrapping up. You're in the background wrapping a bunch of packages up or something.
We looked at it. There is quiet tape, but it's about 3 times the cost.
So,
I'm allowed to tape when boss man's on the phone.
I can see that. Wow. Yeah, but well, you know, how you been doing, Jake?
Oh, you know, living the dream out here in Oklahoma.
Okay. Do you like Texas better or Oklahoma?
Oh, you know, I'm definitely homesick.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Oklahoma's got some similar vibes out here.
Yeah.
Just kind of big open spaces and lots of free rain. So that's cool. Lots of lakes.
Nice. Well, the first question is, but it's not really a question. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I've been carp fishing for probably like 6-7 years now. Growing up in Austin, you know, you always hear about the $250,000 fish that got caught, this and that.
Yeah.
And you're like, no way someone would pay that much kind of money. And if only David Moore would come up with a $250,000 payout.
Yeah. You know, that's one thing a lot of these podcasts that we've been doing, and I've been talking to a lot of anglers that hosts tournaments. A lot of them that we've been talking to, David Moore has actually started a lot of these tournaments.
Yeah, he did a lot of that tournament stuff in his early years, just trying to spread carp fishing, you know, as a sport. He's a lot more focused on getting out the products to you guys and the new stuff, making sure we got everything in stock. So that dude is a machine.
I bet. I talked to him a couple times in person, especially at the CCC tournaments that I go to all the time. Yeah, he's a very, very busy man. He likes to kick back a little bit once in a while, drink a little bit, and
he does have a good time.
Oh yeah, I can see that. He is. So, what else you got to say about yourself or anything?
Yeah, I mean, you know, getting connected with those guys down in Austin was a godsend, definitely. Like, because it was like day and night going from YouTube videos to getting connected with guys who knew what they were doing.
Right.
I had, went from my because I picked.
Oh my God, man, you just brought back a memory there, didn't you? When I first started carp fishing, I was using size 2 hooks and a hot dog, and I was going for cat and carp together. I was like, and then when I met,
You put enough time into it, you'll catch one.
Oh,
You
yeah.
won't get the fishing.
but you know what always got me when I did that, I was catching a lot of carp on the cheapest hot dogs there was. It was called King Corn hot dogs for some odd reason.
Got the name corn in
Yeah, exactly. And they were really, really cheap. And I'm like, okay, this works. All right, so I guess a couple questions else more I want to say, and I got a lot of questions for you. When did your passion for carp fishing start?
it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, probably about 6-7 years ago. Again, I've always like been in a family of outdoorsmen and stuff like that, and going hunting just about every weekend as a kid. And
Nice.
somewhere deep down, I knew I was always a fisherman in the family.
Yeah.
And it just, it finally showed itself where it was ready to come out, and it was through carp fishing, man. Like especially being in Austin, like the fishing out there is just second to none. Like, and the community's awesome with those guys as well. So you always got someone to fall back on or work on a swim with together or something like that. Just get some intel, and that's definitely what brought me in and kept me was the community.
Oh yeah.
And, you don't get the same like tight knitness in any other sport or anything like that, but
No.
you do here. And one example I always give to my friends, I'm like, even if I don't like these guys, they throw it away because they don't quit liking fishing.
Right.
Because I don't like them.
Exactly. They just keep on. It's like,
It's almost kind of like honor among thieves.
That's a good way of putting it. I love that. All right. Okay. What do you think? Okay. What do you think that makes a good carp angler?
Man, consistency. Someone who can consistently put out fish. And don't get me wrong, everyone has their dry spells.
They do. They do.
But someone who can consistently put fish up, that shows me that they're able to put fish on the bank if they want to. Now, I totally get fishing a certain way, that you want to catch a fish a certain way. I totally get that. If you're like trying to practice at zig fishing or something like that, like if you're trying to improve your own skills, I get it. But, when it's time to go in your own like tournament zone, you need to be putting fish on the board versus
Oh yeah, good, definitely.
wait for the one.
Right.
You saw this one video that said to do this, and it's gonna work, but you gotta wait for the right carp to come by.
Yeah, exactly. That's just basically it is. It's a waiting game for that one carp. But you also gotta, read the lake and all that kind of stuff, and a little bit here, and
Exactly.
where to put the bait at, and I don't know. But yeah, you're basically right on top of it. All right, here we go. What is your PBs on a common and a mirror?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I got a 38 common from Lady Bird,
Wow.
and then I have a 3. I'm not one for ounces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have a 3-way tie for mirrors on 3 different lakes for a 33-pound carp.
Woo, doggy. That's what I'm talking about. 33-pounder.
Like I can't even. I just need one that's 34.
I think you're the first angler that I know of says, I'm not into ounces. It's like, okay.
Dude, if it's a nice fish, it's a nice fish. Like, if you want to know the weight, I'll tell you. But if it makes you go, wow,
Yeah.
that's what fishing is about.
Well, you definitely made me go wow on that one. All right. Okay. You said your common was a 38, and then your mirror was a 33.
Yeah.
And you said you had 3 different 33s in 3 different lakes, right?
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome. All right. What do you prefer the most? Lakes, rivers, ponds, or canals?
Ooh.
Yeah.
It just depends on I don't really care. It's more about what I'm feeling when I go out, man.
Okay.
I mean, how much time do you have? How much energy do you have? Like, do you want to catch a fish? Do you want to catch a big fish? And that's what it drives everyone insane whenever they're like trying to get to go fishing fishing with me, I'm like, well, we got to consider the weather and the wind and the pressure and the solar lunar, and we don't know exactly what the wind's going to be doing. And if it's going to be raining, we can't go to this swim.
You know, you brought up that solar lunar. I do know a carp angler that's like that. He's an Englandman.
Dude, I mean, don't get me wrong, if you know what you're doing and they're on the feed, they're on the feed, but
Right.
I'm doing it night and day, like, they're on it, and that drops, and then they're not, like,
Yeah.
they're just looking for that, you know, I like to explain it to people, like, so the solar and lunar is the sun and the moon lining up and creating more gravity than there would be if they were separated.
Right.
So, fish is in water. The water weighs a gallon, 8 pounds. If it's in 12 foot of water and you don't have the sun and the moon lining up, that water weighs way more than it does before and after that's full of the, sun and moon lining up. And when we fished the solar eclipse, I had 3 fish during the solar eclipse.
Oh, did you? What,
Yeah,
that was
like
3 years ago?
Yeah, you should check it out. I think Edwin's got it on his channel at Carp Culture.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was insane, the fishing. Like,
Wow.
so
Wow.
That's all it is. The third thing is your pressure.
You're definitely on top of that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it cracks me up when people are like, does he really know anything about the moon? I'm like, dude, you better be paying attention to that.
Oh, jeez, that's funny. Okay. All right. Now you say you don't really care. It only depends, what you're in the mood for.
I'll fish anything, and that's like what I love about carp fishing. It's like if I don't really want to try hard, I can go to an easy lake. If I want to bust my butt and not catch shit and be really happy if I get a nick,
Right.
then I can do that too. Like it's bass fishing, you're just throwing the same thing at every lake you go to. Like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to approach the same lake. Oh, they're different lakes, all the same. Like that's not going to be the case.
All right. What is your go-to flavor?
Ooh, dude, I think
You probably got multiples.
Those are like a location thing. Like I find fish in Texas want tootie, and then the fish up north want the northern specials. And it's so funny how true to its name is. Like I've never even heard of
Northern Special. What
What
company makes Northern Special?
In Texas, and I go up north and they love it.
Wow.
And it's weird because I talk to these northern boys. I don't ever see them going up down south. I just see them going north.
Huh. Wow.
So
Northern
I think
Special.
it's a cold water thing. It's just.
Write that down. Northern Special. There you go.
If I had to pick one, corn.
Corn.
Will catch anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just so simple. I was talking to Colin Peters
The
from
chances
there.
are they've maybe seen corn at least once or twice.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely.
they already have an idea.
Yeah.
And it's almost like that popcorn smell. Like you walk into a room, you're like, oh, you're making popcorn.
Oh yeah. Who don't like popcorn?
Nothing
Man,
about it.
love popcorn.
Everyone's drawn to it.
Okay. Now then, I was talking to Colin Peters on our last interview,
Yeah.
and that's what he kind of basically says: keep it simple. All you gotta do.
Yeah,
is
if you want to twang it out, go for it.
Yeah.
But if that's only if they're not catching. Like you got to try something else. But start basic and then add your twangs.
Right. We gotta, and then you gotta find that hole where they're at, or find a way to attract them to that hole. Okay, and then where is? Okay, I'm getting off my chart here a little bit. Yeah, there you go. What kind of pickups do you prefer? I think you said corn, didn't you?
I mean, we call them hook baits.
Yeah. Okay, hook baits.
It's probably like a Ford or a Dodge.
Pickups. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, that's the jokes of the day. There you go, right there.
But
Jake's corny. Joke show.
What you're looking for, like if you're boilie fishing and they're on the boilie, that's what I'm putting on my hook is a boilie. But if I'm just trying to get a quick bite on my pack bait, probably just a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
And I like plastic. If
Oh, man.
If you're getting hammered by little nuisance species, that's always my go-to. It's just a single leaf plastic.
Oh, man, I can't stand those turtles, man.
Yeah. That's why I like wintertime fishing. I've been getting on all these local ponds because the nuisance fish slow down.
Right.
You can leave a bait in the water longer than 5 minutes.
All right, here's another question. What would you say your favorite memory or special moment in carp fishing? Let's hear a story. Tell us.
So many. I mean, dude, it's just, I would say it's just not even memories. It's just looking forward to the future, like knowing that there's this awesome community and there's all these opportunities to catch and, have a good time. I would hate to put a finger on one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Especially putting you on a spot and you got like, man, which one am I thinking of? Because I got so many.
right.
Right.
I mean, they all have different meanings. Like, I don't know. The most time I've ever done was at Dale for 2 weeks, so that was a good time. Until we started running out of food, but.
Yeah, I'm heading up to Del Hollow in April, so. Go.
I'll peg one. There's this lake in Texas that's
Oh, there you go.
really stumped in it. And man, I just showed up for JoJo's birthday, and he hadn't gotten there yet, so I didn't know where he was fishing. So I just parked up some random spot, waiting for him to show, and casted a couple leads out, and I had like 3 fish, and the third one was banged on the top of the lip, and I was like, oh,
wow.
Game on. And
Wow.
it was fish after fish after fish, and it was like 1-to-1 mirrors, and they were all over 20, and I had a couple over 30, and I didn't even fish at night, and I just like, all right, I'm staying over here, you guys, wherever your campsite is, I'll just sleep there at night.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I mean, that was incredible.
All right, here's another good one. We're going through these questions pretty fast. I mean, it's a short show today. Who do you look up to as a mentor or for advice on carp fishing?
Man, I think everybody's got something to give, even if they don't know they have some information, like, you know what I mean? Like, if they just tell you something and you're like, oh, okay, and they don't even realize.
They told you something.
Like, if someone wants to talk about carp fishing, I'm always all ears.
Oh, yeah.
One, I'll tell you you're wrong. Two, I'll be like, oh, yeah, okay, for real. Or, so I think everybody's got some, and the coolest thing about carp fishing I always liked was you don't have to use all this name brand stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have consistency, but when you're short on cash, like, you can make just about anything work, and it's about learning why it works is what's more important than knowing that it works. So you can apply that with other baits or whatever, it's more important to know, like, I know pineapple works.
Yep.
I'm not going to use pineapple because I know it works.
Right. Yeah, I love pineapple.
Exactly.
And vanilla butternut. Vanilla. I love vanilla peach.
Yeah. Oh, dude, pineapple butternut goes all day long in any lake. Like.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, but it's like, but then there's no mystery, and it cracks me up. People's got all these recipes for pack baits, and I'm like, I never have made the same pack bait twice. Unless it's in the same session and they're biting on it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right, here we go. What is your favorite carp rig and why?
Dude, I mean, just a blowback rig.
Yeah, blowback rigs.
Keep it simple, dude.
Keep it simple.
But as soon as you start getting fancy, like, all it takes is for you to mess up tying that rig or, not presenting it properly with the wrong lead or something, and it's not fishing correctly. Just, work your way up. Like, I just use, like, a coated braid, some silicone, and a kicker.
That's it.
And any tangle. If I very rarely use a kicker because I just use the coated braid, strip it back a little bit.
Right.
And it's just all there. It's quick, one and done. And then I don't feel bad if the rig's screwed
Do you prefer making your own hair rigs, or do you?
Oh yeah, I tie them up on the bank.
Right.
That way.
You know.
One thing I'm super anal about is I need my knot on my hair to sit right at the bottom of my hook bait.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So it doesn't run up and down the hair.
Yeah.
So my loop has to be the exact size of my hook bait.
OCP, gotcha.
But it keeps it just that much further away from the hook and the mechanic sound. So.
Okay. Now, when you go to a lake, do you chum an area up? Do you chum first, or you just go ahead and you start throwing your rigs out?
You can't beat a pack bait ball just about anywhere you go. But
yeah.
If you put some bait in somewhere and get them used to feeding, that's not bad either. But
right.
For me, like if I had time to leave and go bait a spot up, I totally would. But anywhere I want to fish is an hour away, and it's just like
yeah.
I got to work in the morning and I need to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, if you go bait out in an area like a day before, or a couple of days, and yeah, pretty close. Yeah, I can understand all that.
But don't get me wrong, on Lady Bird, we would bait up weeks in advance, and it would
wow.
tenfold dividends. I mean, and you work your way up too. So you have, you can just get a little Nutella or something, and then you get some corn, and then you get some peas, and then you start rocking the tigers and boilies, and so you slowly work them up. So you don't even have to do that while you're fishing.
Yeah, give them all their 4 food
And
groups.
then everybody on the boilies.
Okay, here's one. Now, I was going through your profile, just kind of get some good information off of you and all that stuff, and then on your Facebook page. And this koi, my God, dude, that koi is badass.
Right, it's definitely a character.
It's like the barbs on that thing was like Fu Manchu thing. And I'm like, what in the world? What? I mean, tell us where'd you? I'm not gonna give yours.
It's just this random drainage pond in Tulsa that my buddy told us about, and he was like, "Yeah, caught a couple nice carp over 20." So we went out there and checked it out, and I caught like a grasser, and I was like, "Okay, there's a bunch of grassers in here. I'm good." And then right as we were packing up, he had a ghostie, and I was like, "Okay, maybe there is something to this lake. Maybe they do know what a common is instead of grasser."
Right.
So we went back and we just started catching nice fish, like badass mirrors, some koi, and the fantails, ghosty fantails, like.
Wow. I think everybody just threw their pets in there.
Not in this lake. I'm like, the only thing that would surprise me at this point would be a buffalo.
Oh yeah. You ever caught a buffalo?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Texas is full of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your biggest buffalo?
53.
Woo! Wow! Man, that was a fight, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Those things, once they get over 30, they kind of chill out.
Yeah.
They're just heavy weight. But anything from like 30 to 40 will tear your arm off.
Yeah, I think, that's about the one I got is about, I got about 30, 31, I think. But nothing, wow.
It's really weird because we have a lake around here that's like, it's a hydroelectric lake. So you have 2 lakes right next to each other.
Yeah.
And they run this power plant, hydroelectric, to the bottom lake when electricity is high cost.
Right.
And then during the night when the rates drop, they pump it back to the top lake. So this lake will go up and down like 25 feet in 6 hours.
Oh, wow. Man, that's crazy.
It's freaking loaded with buffalo, and it's got smallmouths and the black buff we have here in Oklahoma.
Okay.
And it's just insane how many fish are out there. I cannot get a take to save my life on a hair rig. I have to dough ball fish for those things, and I never catch them in the mouth. I always catch them on the top of the lip.
Really?
And now if it's a smallmouth buffalo, I will catch them inside the lip.
Okay.
So that's what we have in Texas that tend to take a hair rig
Wow.
But it's really took me for a curve trying to like relearn buffalo fishing here in Oklahoma, and that obviously very special something that is
it's like
in their conditions. But obviously Decker's special too because it's got a power plant on it, so the water temps are a lot different.
oh yeah, we got
Local waters, they stay warmer, allow the fish to grow bigger.
yeah, we got one over here in Indiana. It's called Turtle Creek, and where during the wintertime, it's by the that's the only place you could probably want to go to fish at is that lake because the lake never freezes up because there's a power plant on. I mean, it'll be like
yeah, we got a couple of those like that around here.
yeah. I mean, the water would be it'll be like 3 degrees outside, but the water temperature on the lake is 70. So it's like
Yeah.
a lot of channel cats in there too. So
It's a whole different ballgame playing those
Yeah.
power plant lakes. You're like, okay, this is not the same.
yeah. So it's different, definitely different.
In those lakes, though, you get some fish that learn how to grow fast.
Oh yeah. We're speaking about buffalo, and also since I've been doing these podcast shows and the interviews I talk, I noticed that more people from the south, southern United States
Yeah.
catches buffaloes, and the northerns they don't hardly catch any. They don't even they haven't caught a buffalo yet.
Both big, man. I think, because like I'll say this, like the fish up here
Yeah.
have a way thicker slime coat.
Oh.
Like it's insane. Like that, it gets on your
Yeah.
hair, arms, and you're like, ugh, gross. But in Texas, it's nothing at all the same like amount, and I think it has to do with just temperature. That's probably keeps them warmer. And
Yeah.
they definitely don't get big like they do in Texas.
Yeah, that's it. Just brought another a memory back to me. I fished Ohio River, and of course you got a lot of buffaloes in there, and the slime coat is so more slimier, And again, you're probably right. It's probably got to do with the whole weather thing, and yeah. So,
Something
but
interesting, boss man.
everything's big in Texas anyhow, right?
Well, when you get up north too, is those fish have to get so big before the freeze for their first year, or else they're gonna die.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's why you see a lot more larger carp and not a bunch of the dinks around, is because the small ones get knocked off by the freezes.
Yeah, that's all about survival.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, let's throw another question out to you. What is your favorite lake you like to fish at?
Gotta be Lady Bird. That's just
Lady Bird.
That's where my heart is. Where I learned to carp fish, and the cool thing about that lake is it sees enough bait and anglers that they need a little bit more enticing besides just your average method ball. Like, don't get me wrong, you put it out there long enough, you'll catch one, but someone can be hauling right next to you. You could be blanking.
Oh, yeah.
It's stuff like that makes me love Lady Bird. It's just the ability to pull fish out when no one else can, and you're sitting right next to them.
All right. So, we're getting ready. Probably got a couple more questions for you.
Yeah.
What is your dream lake you would like to fish at?
Oh man, I don't even know what it is yet. We really enjoy going out and finding new lakes. So
Yeah.
that's what we like to find new lakes that no one else has caught carp from.
Oh, yeah. Now, I know, don't you go with David Moore to overseas sometimes?
Yeah, we went over to Walla last year.
Yeah?
Right before all that COVID hit. And
Oh, man, gross. That was
it
nightmare.
was interesting in the airports and everything. But yeah, walking around, I was like, oh, I know what boxes those are. And it was a good time to meet everyone, put a face to the name, and
People we've been talking to for a long time and all that, and that's kind of cool, man. Now, I know.
we don't have room for.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, over there in Europe and overseas, the UK, or England, whatever. You know, again, I was just talking to Colin about it. It's like overseas, it's kind of like a pay lake. I mean, it's not as crowded, but you do have to pay the certain lakes over there.
It's fine line.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, are you treating these fish good or are you treating them bad?
Right,
Like,
right, exactly.
And I think, you know, just like anything in life, it probably breaks down to how much you're freaking paying for it. Like,
Yeah.
and so that's, you know, I look forward to is seeing some properly maintained lakes like that you can go to and catch nice fish and know their names and see other people, how they caught them, and know that they're going to be all right.
Right. I mean, they got actually, because I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, they actually have the pictures on the walls of all certain lakes and the name of the carp itself. You know, so I think that's awesome right there. I mean, because you.
I think it even provides, like I was kind of saying on Ladybird, a level of angling that isn't available to you unless they've already been fished for a lot. And that's kind of like where I definitely listen to those pay lakers and see what they got going, because you guys are fishing holes that, you know, fish normally aren't in, and you're still getting on the tape. And so it's like learning, you know, these tests that no one else would ever get to do unless in those conditions.
Right, exactly. There's certain lakes around here where there's, you know, that a lot of these carp anglers we know of, and you know, and there's a certain fish that comes out of the lake, and I'm like, hey, you know, I caught Scar today. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And this one fish is called Scar.
There's a linear on Ladybird that's been caught about 3 times in the last 3 years.
Nice.
I call it Linda.
Linda, love it. There you go. That's cool. And I mean, it's, again, I always thought it would be kind of cool.
I actually shared my PB with another angler as well. He caught it weeks later, about 200 yards from where I caught it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I always thought it would be kind of cool if there was some kind of system in here where we could tag certain fish.
Oh, dude, I freaking saw a graphic one time. It was like fish traveling in a lake for a year, and it like had lines and dots, and all the fish were tagged. I was like, get out.
Yeah, I mean, where you get, you know, and you could.
Some of these Euro guys I fish with, they have those fish tagged, and there's a sensor in the front of your swim that tells you when the certain fish is in front of you.
Oh, wow.
And I don't, you know, I've heard of this, whether or not it's a fish tail.
Yeah, wow.
Again, I'm sure it costs a pretty penny, but.
I mean, I just think that'd be kind of cool. And then, you know, if there's some kind of website, you check it out. Hey, you know, I just caught Linda over here just not too long ago. You know, it's like.
Somewhere you can post it where you
exactly.
know it'll be safe.
Yeah.
Like.
Hey, it's kind of like you know, your Find George Washington dollar. You know, you ever get one of those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then you look it up on the website, and you can actually see where it's all been caught at. You know, or when what's been found at. So it's like, but all right. Here's we'll go ahead and get to the next one. Okay, okay, here we go. How do you like working with David Moore and Zach?
That's hard work.
Yeah.
I don't get to sit on my phone and make sandwiches.
David don't let you do that? What's wrong with him?
Dang it. But yeah, we definitely work.
Do you have your busier seasons or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, right now it's popping off.
Oh, springtime.
But yeah, we do most of our fishing during the fall when everyone's busy hunting.
Right.
But,
and it makes sense, and you should. I mean.
Yeah. Well, there's no one at the lake. You ain't got to worry about the game wardens coming around.
Yeah. During the spring and summertime, do you ever get a chance to fish?
There's a couple local lakes that I can get onto, and you know, that time of year, if you can figure out where they're at, you can normally do pretty well. But if you don't figure that out, you're screwed because they're all stacked up in one spot. We have one that's about 45 minutes away. It's a very low stock lake, and there's plenty of catfish to keep you busy. Like we keep This Kansas does a great job of keeping their lakes fishable, but then they stock the crap out of them with catfish. So you're always busy fishing, reef setting and keeping leads out, and it's just a lot of work, honestly, compared to Lake Bird, where you might catch one or two catfish, and if not, you're just chilling waiting for a bite. So it's hard to find a decent spot around here that's not slinging by the bow guys.
Oh yeah.
But there's plenty of opportunity, and it drives you nuts because there's so much water out here in Oklahoma, and none of it's very good.
Do you have a lot of bow anglers around Oklahoma?
Oh yeah, I see them more than I've never seen a carp angler besides friends. So it's like,
oh really? I mean, do the bow anglers leave a lot of carcasses behind or something?
I haven't seen them around here, but I can see it in the lakes. Like there's a huge divide in what I'm catching.
Yeah.
I'll either catch a decent teen, maybe a high 20, or mid to low 20.
Wow.
Or I'm catching 1 to 2 pounders all day long, and it's it might be bait boys. I put out a lot of hemp when that happened.
Okay.
But,
right.
That was a lake that every night I fish there, I see a bow.
Wow. Real late at night, huh? When you go out?
Yeah, that's when they're out there at night. The lights.
My gosh, they got their spotlights are crazy, man.
I mean,
it's basically poaching. You think about it.
You're helping the cause. I cannot deny that. But when you're like, I'm gonna pass this one up, it's too small, your mentality is screwed because your whole point is to rid of carp. But when you shoot the big ones, you just make small ones.
Exactly. I mean, and that's another thing. People are asking me where you think about bow angling. I say, tell you the truth, I don't mind it.
If you're there for food and you shoot
exactly
pounders, I don't give a.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just don't shoot what you eat.
When you sting up the boat ramps and are shooting trophy fish because you think you're doing good, you're not.
You're not. I mean, yeah, exactly, and that's exactly how I feel about it. I mean, just go shoot what you eat.
Let's go shoot some tilapia and eat it. That's cool.
There you go. Asian carp.
My whole thing is what is so sporting about shooting a fish 6 foot in front of you? That's huge.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the water reflection.
Exactly. I hear that part too, but.
That's what another thing that I love about carp fishing is I don't care how much money you have, I will outfish you. If you're a saltwater angler and you're trying to fish with marlin, you're probably gonna outfish me because you're loaded.
We gotta.
So many engines on the end and just go.
We have a teammate on our team named Austin Spain, and he'll go down to Florida and he'll fish for shark, off the bank, and he does that, and he'll bring shows us pictures all the time, like, hey, this is what I caught today. Now, technically, the fish are probably maybe, I would have to say 4 feet, long. I couldn't tell you how much they weigh, but he's taking a kayak or a boat. He takes his lines out all the way 100 yards out, drops it, and comes back, and he's bank fishing basically. So, but I always thought that was kind of cool, really.
I mean, that's putting in the work. You're out there rowing it out, dropping the baits, and waiting for a bite. But I'm just saying, when you show up to the carp lake, it doesn't matter how much money you might be able to cast a little bit further because you have some nicer reels and rods.
Right.
But we're on a level playing field.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. If you're a fast guy, it's all about how fast your boat is, and you can get to the spot faster than everyone else. Everyone's throwing the same thing.
Well, I got one more question for you, and this is just your own preference. Between you, David Moore, and Zach Sam, who do you think is a better angler, carp angler?
Everyone pitches at their own speed, man. It depends on the lake where you're fishing too, because
right.
I mean, biggest rig I've ever seen. Catch a fish from it. Me, I want to catch the most fish possible in the shortest amount of time and figure out the most amount of information. So it just, it's probably because I'm spunky. And, they know what they want. And I'm like, I need you to show me fish because I have no idea. I will give it to you. You just don't tell me.
All right.
So I'm always looking for information. And I think those guys, they want to do it their way, which is cool.
Right. When did you move to Oklahoma?
Yeah, I guess I'm coming up on, 4 years now.
Wow.
Wow.
I remember when Dave Moore was putting that, he put it out there, and he's like, I'm looking for somebody to work with me or something like that.
That's actually a pretty good story, man. So
Let's hear it.
So I had told my boss there at the sandwich shop a month in advance, hey bro, I want to go fishing for a week. Open, close, Monday through Friday, run the shop by myself.
Right.
Help me out here. Help me out. My buddy's coming from the UK. We're going to go fish, make a video. It's going to be a good time. This is what I like to do. I've already got our sandwich company to do our tournament for us. It's like Screwed Off Thundercloud, got our sandwiches. I'm serious. And this dude just couldn't. He's like, I can't do it. I was like, all right, well, he's going to be there for 2 weeks, so I'm just going to go for 2, and I'll just put my 2 weeks in now. So I picked up another job after Dale Hollow for 2 weeks in the Carolinas doing door-to-door sales for solar panels. They had some good state rebates to go solar. So we did that for a little bit, and like you said, I saw that Facebook post, and I was like, this solar thing, I can make a bunch of money out here, but I don't really like knocking doors.
Yeah.
And I'll kick myself in the butt if I don't give it a shot. And so, I went from Texas to Dale Hollow to the Carolinas to back to Oklahoma, and now I'm here.
Wow. Wow, that's an awesome story, man. So, what do you do? David Morgan said, okay, yeah, you got the job, come on. So, you had to find an apartment. Did you stay with David Moore?
Dave let me stay at the shop until I found a place.
Okay.
So that was nice of him.
That was nice. Yeah, okay. I was kind of wondering about that part. Huh.
So, I was like, I just need a place to stay. And so I did the
Well, there's a
video.
hotel just down the street.
He's got the commune back, the plantation, as I call it.
And then
he's awesome.
David's a good guy, man. He's a really good guy. His heart's always in the right place, and just the foundations that he set for a lot of these tournaments is incredible. And the sponsorships that he uses for other tournaments, he's very generous on that situation too. But
yeah, man, just like the day in the life, we get there, get the orders printed out, check the emails, make sure that no one placed 2 orders or 5.
yeah, I remember I made a couple orders with you guys. I made a couple orders with you one time, and you called me back like a couple days later, and he says, hey, this address is kind of different from the last address. And you're like, so I had to go.
Where they live, so.
Yeah, so, yeah. Matter of fact, I need to make an order. I'm looking for a,
Me too.
a 13-foot rod bag. I bought some Sonics last year, and I did buy a 13-foot rod bag from, and I talked to David Moore about this, last year about it, and then and it got shipped to me, and I said, Dave, it's a 12-foot bag, but it was labeled.
Oh, I remember.
You remember that? It was labeled 13. I'm like,
for not noticing.
but it wasn't your fault. You know what I mean?
But I didn't notice.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, no, I remember that. We got you taken care of, man.
Yeah, I don't want to way. You guys just basically gave me my money back, but still, that's because they. because they didn't have that package, that type of package anymore. I mean, they didn't. Oh my God, your guy's fine, man. I mean, that kind of stuff happens, and it does. I mean,
People don't realize how much work it is just to get
oh,
this stuff.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
And then go through it all, get it on the store, make sure it's described right, like get it listed on the store. People just think it's Amazon.
Yeah. Tell Dave stop being anal about it, man. Kidding, Dave. I'm sorry.
It's all like new stuff.
Yeah. I don't walk on water, Dave. No, but Dave's a good guy. He's a good guy, and But hey, you got anything more to say? What's on your mind? What do you like to see in the future? Oh,
I'm kind of jealous of all these tournaments and stuff you're listing off because I ain't got jack around here. I mean, it's kind of a catch-22 because by the time I get time to go somewhere, I want to fish the way I want to fish and not on a peg you put me on. Like,
right.
It's, I mean, I miss Austin in that aspect that I had, at least a tournament a year in town and some local events and stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, we do a spring and fall here for the big carp stuff, but there's no real close local anglers for the most part.
That I tell you, that one tournament that Colin Peters is getting ready to run up there in New York, I tell you, that is going to be one good tournament. $900.
The long one that's like 6 days or something.
Almost. Not. He said he's got that one coming up here soon, but that's not it.
Okay.
And this one here is this is going to be the second annual. Let me read it back up to you here real quick. The St. Lawrence Invitational Showdown.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
St. Lawrence, that's a good, yeah.
Yeah, May 27th through the 30th.
I've never been out there. I've never been out that way. So I've got my Texas and my Midwest fishing. I've been to like Wyoming and Nebraska, but I need to go to Idaho. I need to go out there to Washington. And it seems like Cali holds some fish if you can put some time in.
But the one at St. Lawrence is $900 per team just to enter it. You got to allow 4 teammates, 6 rods per teammate, and then but the money that's racked up in it is like, wow, crazy. And then, like you said, the other one, that 6-day tournament that he's getting ready to do again, that's going to be like $1,000. I believe it's like $1,000 per team just to enter that thing. So
I know I'm tired of winning these dang tournaments with no cash prizes.
now you won a tournament before, right?
Yeah, I won the ATC and the Mill Creek event.
Okay.
With the dance guys.
Yeah. Is it the one at the Austin? Was that in Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I seen I went through your profile, like a stalker, and I was stalking you, and it's like, man, he's holding a trophy and all that stuff. And I tell you, your beard game is very impressive.
That's a time management for how long I've been at BCT. Walking doors, I'm all clean cut.
Oh yeah, it's like, but okay. Well, I tell you, I don't got any more questions, brother. If you got something you want to add?
No, I mean, I'm glad to see y'all are picking up on, content and stuff. Like, it's good to have any type of, awareness going on out there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think people are trying to win the big battle with carp fishing, trying to make everyone see. And I think what y'all forget is that once you turn a true carp fisherman into a carp fisherman, they don't go away.
No.
And I think y'all need, like, if you want to promote the sport, that's cool. But I think what's even more important is sharing it with someone else and getting them into it. And, then they start out fishing you, and you're like, what's going on?
Now now you just brought that whole ball game towards my way. Now, I see carp fishing it's blowing up in the United States, fast.
I honestly think the only thing keeping it so hampered down is the stigmas, man.
Yeah.
Again, once you actually get in their head and go, what are you talking about?
And
I'm pretty sure people have only told you that. Have you researched it?
Right. And the Olympics carp angling that's getting ready to happen.
Oh, what?
Well, you know you know how the United States Olympics is coming here, carping,
Okay.
up in the Bogsville.
Okay, yeah. Is it Olympic? No, it's
Well,
world.
I'm calling it Olympic, I guess. But you got these, you know, the big.
Well, I mean, look at Canada. They just turned. They are a one-rod state unless you are carp fishing, and then you can have 3 rods. And I think that's so they can host tournaments because we're only allowed 1 rod.
Really?
So we are shipping to Canada. If you guys in Canada need anything.
Nice, Canada. That's weird. Why would they be 1 rod limit up there?
It's like it's probably because we don't have enough bank space.
They got 1,000 lakes up there. I'm putting that. We'll put.
But if you're on a boat, I think you're allowed like 7. So it's like what the?
Well, see, I was talking to Eden from Ohio about that when he's ice fishing. You know, we did a podcast with him, and he's of course we started talking about the whole. So, how many rods are you allowed to have on top of the ice? And he said about 7 on top of the ice, I believe.
Yeah.
But he's allowed 2 on the bank.
They have a different rod limit for if you are on a single bank body of water or a double bank body of water. So, AKA a river is a double bank, or a single bank is a lake. He was like, well, you're really only supposed to have 2. You just go reel that one in. And I was like, oh my gosh. Well, I read the rules. Like, it said 8. What are you talking about? He's like, well, that's for the single body and the double. I was like, what?
What? What?
Okay. Yeah, I mean.
All right.
I'm used to Texas where we're allowed 99 hooks per person.
Yeah, there you go. Oh man, I bet you miss Texas down there.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course, friends and family, but, we got things in the works at the shop, some property purchase down in Texas, and we're working on building lakes and getting that all set up, so
Sweet.
hopefully sooner than later.
Yep. You had when next time you heading back to Texas?
Actually, I'm planning on going down this weekend, try to get a nice fatty before they pop their eggs, so.
Oh, there you go.
A stock lake, but
There
also
you go.
and hope the bull cats hang out for a little bit.
There you go. So, all right, brother. Well, I don't got nothing. If you got anything, we done?
No, I mean,
I'm done.
keep talking.
Yeah.
Go fish some snaggy swims and break off a couple times.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thanks again, Jake, for coming to our show. Give you a little bit of time and your information on how, your steps that you did take on carp fishing, and tell us a little bit about Big Carp Tackle.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys doing your thing.
Yeah, we tried. So, all right. Thanks again, Jake. So, yeah, later. So our next week's guest is going to be Wayne Boone and Sean Manning from. Wayne's from California, and Sean Manning is from Texas. They both do the American Carp Sociality. I can't get that word out. Wow. And of course, this is going to be the end of our show. Support your local bait shops. If,
Carp Tackle, let us know.
oh yeah, exactly. So yeah.
And brick and mortar picture.
So if your local bait shops don't have it, call Big Carp Tackle. Jake will be happy to help you.
We just sent out 3 different tackle shops orders today. Fishing Factory, Fish Tech,
Yeah.
and someone else. I can't remember. I just know their names. But yeah.
I know. Yeah, you do. I know you do. Naptown over here a lot.
Yeah.
Naptown Bait and Tackle. They say it over on
It's
the.
been a while since they come through, but
They said they. I think it was like maybe about a month ago. I think they ordered a big shipment from you.
okay.
I think. I don't know. That's what they said. So, also, always carp care. You know, go
Exactly.
go
It's
get your.
$8. We got a mat for $8 on this.
See, here you got a mat for $8.
First thing you buy when you carp fish is a net and a mat, and then go hog wild from there.
Priorities first. You know, landing mats, carp cradles.
I keep trying to get on Dave to get like a discount. If it's your first order and you buy a net and a mat first time, you get like 10% off your stuff.
You know what? You know what we do? We bought a bunch of landing mats. Matter of fact, from you guys. Yeah, I think we bought like 200 landing mats, and we basically just give them away. You know, give them away. We go to
needles. Like,
yeah.
We got some cheap needles on the store. If you guys just got someone asking a question, like, here, have a needle. Spare needles.
Exactly. You know, but I go like I call them like condoms. You know, safe sex. Here. So that's what. So basically, we go to a lot of pay lakes and we just give away, you know, 2 or 3 landing mags. Hey, you don't got one? Here's one. You know, for free. You know.
That's awesome.
So.
Yeah, you know, and it's just, it comes down to education. A lot of those guys,
it does.
They don't even know. They don't even know they're doing wrong.
Right. And exactly, and that's what, you know, I knew when I first started Team Fish Fires, that's what we did, because I know we could get a bridge together between pay lakers and wild carpers just to learn off each other, and most of all, practice good carp care.
Exactly.
You know, so, you know, and how to treat a fish, and, you know, and then, you know, and sometimes, you know, the world, you know, your world shouldn't always just revolve around pay lakes. There's lots of different lakes out there where you can catch them.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, people are in it for different reasons.
Yeah.
Where the money keeps them going to the
Yeah, exactly. A lot of them calls it,
experience.
right. A lot of them calls it hillbilly casinos.
Yeah, I mean, I could see where it could get exciting to
Yeah.
all the pay lakes.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like side pots in a tournament or something. So.
It does. It does. And also, okay, and for all your online bait shop, go to Big Carp Tackle.
If you need Big Carp Tackle needs, we got it.
You got it. They got it.
No, it's probably because they're out of stock.
Yeah, exactly.
And not because we're out of stock, it's because they are out of stock.
And like always, you know, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, tell us, give us a thumbs up, tell us we're doing a good job or something. Give us a pat on our, you know, on our back. And there's Tommy Pearson's now calling me now. So, all right, but
good talking to you.
yeah, you too, Jay. I appreciate it for your time, man. I really do. So, thanks again, buddy. All right, hey, carp anglers, talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching our show. Tight lines, wide nets. Bye.